Our speaker, Ms. Ng Yi Guan, is a lecturer and also head of Department of Entrepreneurship. She obtained her Bachelor of Science Agribusiness at University Putra Malaysia, obtained her Master of Business Administration International Business at University Putra Malaysia. The area of expertise for Ms. Ng is business-related entrepreneurship and international business. All right, now let's welcome our speaker, Ms. Ng, for sharing today's topic. Thank you. Welcome, Ms. Ng.
Okay. Okay, if you are a person who hungers to know more about supply chain of business, then this is the correct program for you, right? In this program, you will learn not only in supply chain management, but you will learn logistics as well. For this program, we have four educational objectives. For the first objective, this program aims to produce graduates with the potential to become business professionals and future leaders in logistic and supply chain management areas in both private and public sectors. For objective number 2, to produce graduates who possess high problem-solving abilities and entrepreneurial mindset in managing private and public sectors. Objective number 3, to produce graduates who are innovative, competent, equipped with technology skills, and possess high initiative in workplace. And the last objective is to produce graduates that demonstrate good interpersonal, ethical, and professional leadership qualities. Okay, what is the uniqueness of our program? So our BBA in Logistics and Supply Chain Management covers more on supply chain context and emphasizes on building a solid understanding on supply chain management. The entire program will focus on logistic function throughout the supply chain. Logistics is one of the components of supply chain management, whereas the entire supply chain will cover all the aspects of a product cycle from the origin to the end user. So it's important for students to study the entire supply chain, as well as this program also focusing on logistics as well. It's also a very important because it will actually coordinate the movement of goods. This program, of course, is focusing on the entire supply chain as well as its components. So the students are able to learn a lot regarding the component of the supply chain as well as the logistic sections. Of course, towards the end of the day, the graduates of the BBA in Logistics and Supply Chain Management will be eligible to further their master's degree in related specialization in Utah, that is Logistics and Supply Chain. Okay, for students that aim to go for this program, these are some of the minimum entry requirements, at least an STPM with 2 grade C, or an A-level with 2 grade D, or a South Australian matriculation SAM with an Australian tertiary admission rank, 70 and grade B in 2 subjects, or they have the Canadian pre-university with an average of 70% in 6 subjects, or Unified Examination Certificate with grade B in 15 subjects, or Foundation in Arts in Utah, or Foundation in Science in Utah as well. They also can have foundation from other institutions of higher learning in relevant field, or matriculation certificate, or diploma from Thai UC, or diploma from other institution of higher learning in the relevant field, or other equivalent qualifications recognized by the Malaysian government, and a pass in 1 SPM mathematics subjects or equivalent. Students will take up to 121 credit hours, which consists of core subjects, specialization, elective, and industrial training. One of the specialty of this program is the students are able to go for 8 credit hours for the industrial training, which able to equip them with the skills as well as the knowledge required when they further their career. So these are the course structure for the entire program. So on the left-hand side are the core compulsory courses. On the right-hand side are the core specialization courses as well as compulsory courses. In this program, students are also able to choose certain elective groups. There are only 3 elective groups here, so students are able to choose 1 to 2 courses from each of these elective groups. Okay, you might actually question, what are your career prospects in this program? So after you finish this program, you have a variety of working opportunities. You can work as an inventory analyst, logistic analyst, manufacturing director, material manager, operations manager, scheduling expert, supply chain manager, warehouse manager. So these are some of the examples of the career prospects that you may go for after you graduate from this program. Okay, so these are certain industries that are involved in logistics and supply chain, right? Each of this sector, they have the logistic and supply chain segment as well. So such as business services, engineering and manufacturing, fast-moving consumer goods and retail, healthcare and pharmaceutical, technology and telecommunication. So logistics and supply chain management actually covered a lot of industries. So you have a lot more working opportunities for you once you completed the program. This is one of the example of the salary for a logistic manager. You can earn up to 12,000, right? And 75% of the employees for this position, they earn 9,140 ringgit. And 50% of them earn 7,430, whereas 25% earn less than that. So it's actually a very good opportunity and a very good career prospect. Another example, if you go for a supply chain manager, this is also some of the salary skill example, right, given by salaryexplorer.com. So these are some of the salary skill, right, for a supply chain manager. It's a very good opportunity to earn money. Okay, so in more detail, I listed out some of the example of the position with the experience in years as well as the monthly salary range, right, for each of these position. So with the warehouse supervisor, if you are becoming one of the warehouse supervisor, your years of experience is between 3 years to 5 years. Your monthly salary range can be from 3,100 to 5,300. If you become a supply chain director with an experience from 10 years to 15 years, your monthly salary range is from 20,600 to 31,000. So if you look at the salary range, it's very good, right? So for those who opt for this program later on, once you graduated, you look for a job, it's a very good prospect. You can actually look at the other position as well. For example, like a purchasing manager. If you have experience from 6 to 8 years, your salary range will be from 7,200 to 9,500. It's actually a very good salary, right, that you can earn. So this is another position. So if you look at the controller with the experience to 2 to 3 years, of course, the money that you earn is lesser, but the salary range is from 2,400 to 3,600. Right, so these are some of the relevant positions related to supply chain as well as logistics. So far, for our department, we only have one MOU agreement that is with Entrepreneurship Development Institute of India. So this NGO is especially specializing in entrepreneurship program. But if you look at the program structure, previously, you also know that some of the courses that you will be taking will be entrepreneurship as well. So this will be a very good opportunity for you to explore, to strengthen your entrepreneurship skill as well. So later on, if you want to, involve in a business on your own, you still have this skill. So these are some of the example of the Utah facilities, right? From the left-hand side, if you look at a picture, will be the library. And then the next one will be day one. The next will be cafeteria and block D. And the last picture, if you look at it, will be a night scene in block A. So what we have so far in Utah, we have libraries, we have a Vivo, we have lab and workshops, buses, cafeteria, gym, and sport complex. We have the e-commerce delivery center and the university bookstore. So these are some of the popular facilities in Utah. Of course, for those students that have financial difficulties, we also provide scholarship as well as financial aids, right? Whether you want to go for scholarship or you want to borrow loans, you still can get more information from the Division of Examination Awards and Scholarship, DEAS, right? So far, what we have are the internal foundation scholarship, external scholarship, and internal undergraduate scholarship. Under the loan segment, we have PTPTN, right? From the government, we also have internal study loan as well as external loan. So students can feel free to look for more information from the DEAS, right, in this area. Okay, so far, that will be an important point that I want to highlight about this program. But since we are in a COVID-19 pandemic, you can actually see that logistic and supply chain is getting more and more important, right? Especially now, e-commerce is an important business, right? Because a lot of physical stores, they are not able to make business. So a lot of them actually change to e-commerce. But e-commerce is also changing the logistic field as well, because a lot of the customers now, they are looking for ways to deliver their goods, especially in terms of reverse logistic and etc. So they require a lot of electronic purposes, especially in terms of automation in warehousing and etc. So it's a very important program, right? Especially nowadays for students to learn. So once they are graduated, they have a lot of working opportunities. So I repeat again, if you are hungry to know more about the supply chain of a business, this is a program for you. Thank you. Right. Do you have any questions so far?
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Ong, for sharing the information. So maybe we will end our webinar here. Thank you, Ms. Ong, for sharing the information and answering the Q&A question.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for joining this webinar, and have a nice day.